Well, does this look like an angry face to you? It doesn't to me. I have been taught that when people laugh hearty and they kid and they're light-minded and they just, are people that are enjoying their lives, it doesn't look like hatred. But let me tell you how Mormons think. Okay? They only have one tape on the right side of their brain that they can't take humor, they can't take sarcasm, they can't take jokes. They're not trained. They're only trained to hate. So when they see something that they either don't like or they see something that challenges their belief system, that someone else is not having the same experience, that tape clicks on. We hate you. You're terrible. You're ugly. You're fat. It goes on and on. All right. Now, I've promised the Mormons, and you know what? David follows through. The Mormon church doesn't. They didn't give me the blessings that they said I was going to get. So here we go again. One more sweet, sweet Mormon. Let me give you his name. Okay, because now, please don't write to these people and try to defend me. I need no defense. The only reason I'm putting them on here is that they have to be responsible. I'm being responsible. I'm being transparent. I'm being open. And you know what? I don't lie. Let me make public the things that Mormons think and say. See if it backs up my videos. If it doesn't, then call me a liar, a cheat, a thief, throw my videos over and don't look at them, whatever. But I'm going to tell you what the Mormons say so that you can judge them for yourself. They are bearing testimony of who they really are and what they're really like. They're backing my videos up 100%. And this is what I've experienced for 50 years. If you cross them or you say anything that doesn't agree 100% with them, you're dog shit. You're dog shit. The devil is in your heart. And you're the enemy. I'm not an enemy. I'm a happy person that I'm not in the Mormon church anymore. And these people have been taught 2 or 3 things. One is I've been offended. I told you, I'm bipolar. I can't be offended. People don't hurt my feelings. They can call me asshole, stupid, weird, fat, bald, uneducated. I don't care, because in my mind, as a bipolar person, it doesn't match what I think. That's one advantage of being bipolar. The other one is that I've been excommunicated. Well, I haven't been excommunicated. I haven't done anything to be excommunicated. I had a temple recommend when I resigned from the Mormon church. I've worked in the LA temple. I read the history of the Mormon church, and I decided that that's not for me. After 50 years of being in, being active, 14 kids, I started to go, 2 14-year-olds for Joseph Smith, naked in bed? Were they together naked in bed like some of my FLDS friends are? Or did he just take them one at a time? Now, my girl just turned 13 a couple of days ago. Next year, she should be ready for Joseph Smith? I don't think so. I still have some common sense, and every day that I'm away from the Mormon cult, I get more and more common sense. Let me read you what this sweet man wrote me, okay? His name is capital R-A-V-E-N, capital M-A-S-T-E-R 22. RavenMaster, same word, 22. Okay? Now see if your experience with me matches. If it does, then maybe you're Mormon, or maybe this guy is seeing things that I don't see. I'm a happy person. My kids are outside playing basketball right now. Sunday's going to be a fun day tomorrow because we're going to play together. We had an overnight, 2 or 3 of the kids in the neighborhood who are not LDSG. One is atheist and one is Buddhist. Oh my God. The Mormons are going, see, he's sick. Here is what RavenMaster22 said. what the hell is he going to say to his bishop? See, he's brave to say this to me because it's under the table. It's underground. He's looking around to make sure his wife doesn't see him or his home teachers don't see him looking at my videos. He's in deep shit looking at my videos because he's a Mormon. Your heart is full of hatred, okay? If there are 12,000 of you who have looked at me agree with that my heart is full of hatred, then, you know, I don't know. Do hateful people laugh? I have seen some hateful people. I used to work in residential treatment centers for my professional life. I've dealt with a lot of hateful people. They don't tell jokes. They don't see life as funny. There's no parodies. They're just going to... I've been with mental patients. I've been with mental patients in institutions. I've seen hatred. If you look at my videos, maybe I'm crazy, maybe, you know, you don't like me. I don't care. I don't give a rat's ass. But I'm not hateful of anybody. I feel sorry. I feel some pity for the younger Mormons because they don't understand. The cult has not damaged them quite as much. The longer they get meat rather than milk, pretty soon it starts to close in and you get a crazy person like me. Not hateful, crazy. Mormons, right or not, you're sitting there screaming and yelling like a child. Well, I've had 14 children, okay? I know what a 2-year-old looks like. No. So let me please him so that he's not wrong. So when the bishop says, show me that video. Show me that damn video that you looked at. See? He is yelling like a child. One thing is true. You're an angry man. Again. No. I'm animated. That's the right word. And I've always spoken loud. I've always spoken loud. I don't know why. That's just my nature. That's the way your Jesus made me. Part of the reason that I speak loud is that I have run residential treatment centers with 60, 70 emotionally disturbed children in it. And it's pretty much like the military. I can have a riot at any moment. And when I say sit down, I don't say, would everybody please in class sit down? Jesus, I got kids that are, 21 years old that are from the streets of Rhode Island and New Jersey. They're car thieves. They're, assault. They've been thrown out of the public schools for years. So I do raise my voice, and I guess that is learned. I didn't do that when I was younger, but after I became a residential director and I was in charge of that institution and staff, when I said, sit your asses down, I yelled it. Nah, I still do. So, that's where it comes from. You will never have a valid point if you sit there screaming and yelling like a child. Okay. Well, I've got 14 kids, and I've had them coming into me crying, and Dad this and Dad that, and I listen to their words, and I don't ever count the validness of their argument against their behavior. Many times I'll say to a child, okay, I can't hear you, I can't understand you, calm down and speak the words. But if they say the other child is hitting me and spitting on me, I don't say to them, well, you're screaming and yelling like a child, having spit on you is a good thing. So this is how the Mormons think. There is a wedge and a wall between the left and the right side of the brain. They cannot see. If I was sitting here quietly with a shirt and a tie, and I was acting effeminate like most of the men are in the Mormon church, then he would say, well, now I can listen. But see, he's not trained that way. He cannot hear through a loud voice or distractions. If you're not in a shirt with your garments showing and your tie and your suit, then he's been trained not to listen to you. It's ranting, it's raving. Well, it's animated and it's loud, but that's my voice. I'm not hateful. He has that tape over here that says when you hear loud voices and you see animation, it's hate. He hates the Mormons. Hey, there's 260 whatever videos out there, my friend, that I've made. I've made videos on, I got one video, the good things about the Mormon church. The rest of them are fairly comical. They're things that happened to me. I don't berate the Mormon church. I berate the experience that I had there. If you're not having the same experience, that's okay. Just say, hey, that guy's not for me. and go somewhere else. I don't mind that, but you got to get those Jesus points in, because your bishop is going to see this video and he's going to say, Brother Smith, are you RavenMaster22? And he's going to go, yes, sir. He says, well, you Caribou said you're watching his videos, man. Well, I called him an idiot and he's dancing like a child. Well, that might convince some bishops, especially if it's his father. He'll get away with it. Yelling like a child. No one is ever going to take you seriously. Period, no capital. Learn to control yourself and your hatred. You look like a fool sitting there screaming and yelling. You're pathetic. Okay. It's one man's opinion. It's okay to have that kind of an opinion. It's okay not to like people. It's okay to have a different opinion. But the Mormons only have 1 or 2 tapes that they play off the right side of that brain that are programmed in from the cult. They have to attack. This man, which I do when people disagree, but they are respectful. This man could do this. And I'm just trying to train him, okay? I'm just trying to train him. David, I've watched 2 or 3 of your videos, and I'm not in agreement with you. My experience in the Mormon church has been extremely spiritual and positive. Period. What's wrong with that? Why wouldn't I say, hey, that's good. We're having different experiences. But see, he doesn't have that on this side of the brain. He has it only on the right, and it's a small loop tape. Fight, fight, fight. Adrenaline, adrenaline, adrenaline. They're trying to get us. It's the devil. That's the only tape they have. I understand that. So I don't take them too serious, but I can tell you what, every one of these that I've broadcast that their bishops are now looking for, they've never written back, because I know the cult. I know the cult. These people are triggered and scared to death. They will change their names on YouTube. They'll drop their YouTube accounts, and then they'll plausible deniability. No, I was never RavenMaster22. You got me confused. Well, he could write, and he could be within the boundaries of normal human behavior. That's the other thing about Mormons, is they don't have boundaries. They think that they have the laws of God. They don't have to have the laws of society. And for a stranger to write in on a video like that, now I've clicked on a couple of videos. I don't watch a lot of videos, and I'll admit that. I'm pretty busy just producing. I clicked on a man the other day, and he was old. He was old, and that didn't bother me. I don't care if you're 18 or 17. I have young people will respond to some of the things I say. And then I have some 65, and then I have some dead people. And I will baptize them in the temple for the dead. So I clicked on this older man, and he was sitting in a rocking chair, very relaxed. Maybe this man might like him better because he wasn't ranting and raving. And he had a book in his lap, and he was going to read to me out of the book, trying to prove some point on Mormonism. Well, you know, that's his style. That's the way he is. That's the way he was built. I felt the man was boring. That was just me. That was just me. I thought the man was boring. He was unanimated. And the funniest part of him would have been if he was naked. There was no humor there at all. And Mormons can't take humor. They don't know how to handle it. The programming over on this side says you will be attacked. You will be attacked. Adrenaline, adrenaline. But if you tickle them, they don't know what to do. They don't know how to laugh. So that tape will click on with some of them misprogrammed. So I looked at him for a few minutes. I gave him some respect, and I watched. I didn't watch very long. And I said to myself, you know what? This isn't my cup of tea. And I just clicked him off. I didn't have to go on his YouTube like a Mormon. Now, if I was a Mormon, I would have had to get Jesus points because I was listening to this man. I don't need Jesus points. I just say, hey, I don't want to watch this guy, so I turned him off. Now, if I was a Mormon, here's what I would have done. I would have clicked on his YouTube and said, you are stupid. You're in a rocking chair because you can't even stand up. You wear glasses, and you're slow, and you're boring, and why do you need to read to me? I don't need to be read to. You need to be reading the scriptures. That's how a Mormon will handle it. Been there, guys. Been there for 50 years, half of a century. I know the Mormon church. I know the people in the Mormon church. And this kind of response is just bearing testimony. This is how these people think. This is their process of intelligence. And every time I get one of these, now I've stopped getting them. Today has been 3. I don't know why. I don't know why. Well, you know, Satan is, you know. But anyway, every time I get one of these, I'm going to put them up. And you people, the 12,000 that have looked at me and probably laughed your ass off and said, you know, he's stupid looking, and clicked me off, you decide for yourself. I'm not here to preach. I'm not here to sell books. I'm not here for you to join anything. I'm not here to convert or deconvert anybody. I'm here for therapy. I was in there 50 years, and I'm a social worker. I have a master's degree, and I know what it takes, because I've worked in cult behaviors, what it takes to deprogram. I'm deprogramming myself, and I'm happy. I'm as happy as a human being can be. I have food, my utilities, and everything is paid for. I have money. I have 2011 cars. I have a brand new condo. I have 2 beautiful children. I've got 11 that are LDS, and they write shit like this. So, you know, that doesn't bother me. And the cult is so upset that I just laugh. I say, you know what? I don't want to go to my kids' temple weddings. They're silly. And I'm not going to be slitting throats before 1990. I'm not going to, oh God, hear the words of my mouth, pale ale. I'm not going to chant. I'm not going to do that. If you want to do that, do it. But why do you have to write this? Bishop, please talk to this man and say that's not the way Christ would do it. And the bishop this time would be right. That is not the way Christ, if you believe in Christ, which I guess you do, would handle other people. You know, when he found the prostitute caught in the act of prostitution, adultery, I guess, you know, he was kind. He was soft-spoken. Now, I'm sorry, I'm not soft-spoken, and that doesn't, you can judge that. That's hatred, just bubbling out. This doesn't look like hate, and your tape, it doesn't match this. That's why you're writing that crap. So I hope your bishop finds you and disciplines you. And I've said on my other tapes, I smell a quart of love. I smell a quart of love. You're not supposed to be looking. This is not for you. This is my therapy. And because it's apostate, see, apostate with Mormons is anything that is true. Joseph's had 2 14-year-olds. He's in bed with a 14-year-old girl, naked, screwing her brains out. And I'm going, oh, he's 38 years old. And I go, oh, geez, my daughter's 13 next year. I'm not going to send her off with a 38-year-old man. See? It's the truth. But it's anti-Mormon. It's anti-Mormon. Well, if it's anti-Mormon to you, fine. I'm not here to fix people or to defix people. I'm here to tell my experience of what it's like to be a Mormon. For God's sakes, get on the video here and tell your experience in the Mormon church. It's a free country. I'm happy. I'm happy, my old prop. I'm happy to be an American. I can do this, and so can you. But just to write 1 or 2 sentences that are ugly, mean, and hateful, that says a lot about you Mormons, doesn't it?